They are all so different. Look at what this one figured out to do. He comes up and then he turns around, gets the nut, and goes down. This one just started coming up on me yesterday. It's coming back up. You gonna come for another one? Come on. Come on. You can do it. Oops, I dropped it. My bad. Okay. We'll get it this time. We'll get it.
Yeah, it looked like I was double muted. Okay. I thought you were unmuting people. Yeah, I made you and my so I need a refresher because I since then still haven't done it. And I've been working on firewall the year 2000. I'm a consulting my whole career. I pretty much have mostly done firewall, but I've done some other security stuff.
Okay, Ruby, I think I have another hickory nut here. Here, come here, Rover. How about that? Rover, oh, she won't even take that hickory nut. What are we going to do with you, Rose? That one's okay? Maybe she's given up on me.
And have it be coherent. I want to make sure I know all the things you can and can't do and all the caveats before I present it to somebody and then say, all right, let's set it up because I have to write statements of work and the LOEs and stuff like that. So.
Okay, all right. So everybody makes me teach you.
Here you are. Come on up. Come on.
All right. So Sean, who are you?
No.
I can see. Yeah, I saw that. I can see that on YouTube. All right. Network engineer in Ohio. Okay, great. Also, and even when you're using the cloud tool, which we'll get into later, it still has its weak version of the OS is coming out, and we can plan accordingly to make changes to the courses. There's a whole team that does it. I don't do course development. Last month, and forget some of that. So I get my. Anyway, that's a little bit about me. All right. So this course is designed for network engineering. Part of what we will create is HTTP. We're not going to do a deep dive. And DNS and DHCP are just part of what we're doing. Scripting APIs also designed to have you connect various types of primary. And they're very strict about it because these whether inside Palo Alto or their partners. So it's a resource thing. They're very strict. Network security, cloud security, security operations, and there is still the ECCPT, which is the if you go into your network security, and this is where we see where they have it here listed. Okay, you see this, you see FSC. All right. Now this is your Prisma, and again, some of these things will be changing. There's a lot coming here, and I'm not sure where that is going.
You can do this?
Cortex, and
You can do it.
so it's more about detection, remediation, automation. Number security, still showing you your numbers. Might be helpful to go find some of the intro classes.
I had not intended to be moving when she was jumping. You want to do it again? Come on, you can do it.
So that's the class.
We have had a horrible last 3 days of hawks. Someone suggested, I think it was Budokan, that now is when hawks are building nests, so to look out. And it does seem like they've moved here. We're just seeing so many of them. So there's this wheelbarrow that the squirrels love to run under. And so I'm on an hour break from a work meeting right now. Yeah, the meeting is so long, it's an 8-hour meeting, so we have an hour break. Anyway, so I made this because what they do they run this way and then they like to run through there. So I made it so there's a nice big block here instead of an open space. And then they can still run through real easily. So I think they'll still keep using it. Is that someone coming now? Hey, use the wheelbarrow. Is that Pippi? Oh, look at Pippi. She always uses stuff as soon as I build it. Hey, Pippi Poo. That's not even Pippi. That's the other one that I think is like Pippi. But thank you. She's showing us. She's using it. All right, there she is. There she goes. So, and this one does. She's actually the one I was thinking of when I built it. She saved Rover's life maybe today. Maybe not save Rover's life, but certainly saved Rover a lot of stress and maybe your life. I was on the deck in my 8-hour meeting, which I have to get back to in a minute, and I saw this one down here frozen, so I knew there was a hawk. So came down near her, and the hawk and she went running, so it wasn't near her. She just needed me for cover to get out of the area, but it wasn't so near that she was afraid to run. So I kept looking around. Turned out the hawk was on a tree and Rover was at the base of it. Oops, sorry about that. Just hit that one on the head. But it was a tree that I've built a real nice hide at the base of the tree. So Rover knows that because they're all smart. So Rover was a couple feet from the hide at the base of the tree. But what they do, they stay on the tree as long as they can until they need to get into a hide, and that's when they die. And so Rover was there, and then I came over and Rover was looking at me like, help, help, help. And I'm like, I know. And I found him. He was on the tree that she was on. And I told her, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. And this was the tree. So you can see the hide that I constructed here at the base. There's plenty of room. I just checked it recently, actually, to make sure. There should still be plenty of room to get in there. They can get in from the top here. Yeah, they get under there. And Rover was right on the side of it. She was like right here and right here. At one point she got on the side. She was facing me and then she was on the side. And the hawk was up there somewhere. And so yeah, and she was down here right near here. So I knew she could get in there if she had to. In fact, I'm going to check it right now and make sure there is room. But she was looking at me and crying like, help, help. And I'm like, dude, I know. Hang on. And I got him out of there. You know, the old clap and scream trick. And a neighbor was looking at me and looking up. And it's like, here's Rover now. We're a team. Look at her. She will not take hazelnuts. Just won't. I had somebody ask me recently, what do you feed them? I feed them nothing because they won't eat anything I give them. Anything I give them is something that I found off the ground. Like that's a hickory nut. And yeah, so she dropped the hazelnut and is taking the hickory nut. I don't feed them because they don't eat. Mother Nature's just popping food like popcorn for them, and that's all they want. But it's more of like a, hey Amy, how's it going? And I give them something just as like a token, but they don't want what I have. So it's not like I'm feeding them. It's like we just do an exchange of high five or low five or whatever you call it, and then they drop it on the ground. Somebody asked what I feed them. Well, if I'm gonna feed something, I got bags of nuts. Oh, look at that one. That one went bad. That I've gathered from the ground. And that's what I do. It's not going to save anyone's life right now. I'll probably add. For now, it's better than it was, and I have to get back. I think I have 4 more hours tonight. We're going until 8 o'clock p.m. You guys going to be able to... No, they won't even care. They'll be in bed by then. Right, Rose? Bedtime's about 5:15 these days, isn't it? Oh, she's actually taking hazelnuts. She'll drop them. She actually, oh my God, that's the first 2 hazelnuts she's taken all day.